What you doing? Come do my hair with me. I know y'all seen this two pigtails hairstyle floating around. Your cousin, your mama, maybe your grandma even had it. But let me show y'all how I did it. I'm working with Wiggins today, and they sent me this loose, deep wig. This is more of the texture at the top. I had already plucked it and bleached it, so you can't really see the curls at the top. But it's a 13x6, which means deep parting. Yes. So let's get to it. I really don't know why I got this dark cap on. I had a malfunction in one of my last videos. The wig was too small, so I just had to try it on and make sure it fit me before we got started. But the first thing that I'm doing is cleaning my hairline, the hairline closest to the cap, with some alcohol, because we all know if you don't do that, the wig not gonna stick. And then I'm gonna start with my first layer. I like to do a widow's peak. I do it almost on all my styles, and to do that I just outline the shape of a widow's peak, which is like a triangle. And as I blend it out and thin out that layer, I make sure I keep the shape of the triangle. Even along my hairline, I like to keep the shape of my natural hairline. The temples come out a little further. When you get close to the sideburns, it goes back again. I don't like a basic hairline that just goes straight like a rainbow. Like, my natural hairline got some shape, so I want my wig hairline to have the same shape, and I did that on both sides. And now we're gonna get into the second layer. I did the same thing. As soon as you get to your second layer, the glue gonna be dry anyways, and you could just dot the glue right along the cap like you did the first layer and blend it out. So when I was done with the second layer and it dried clear, I started putting my wig on. I pulled that wig's hairline way past the glue because I just want to make sure that when I cut off excess lace, I don't have no glue residue. Like, oops, you missed a spot, you should have pulled some lace onto this spot. No, I'm gonna make sure I got lace on all the glue, so I'm gonna pull it forward. And once I got it a little bit forward past the glue, I take my comb and I comb it in. It kind of helps the lace to settle into the glue. Once I get to the other side, I do the same thing. As long as you cleaned your hairline well, you put enough glue, the other side not really gonna move as you tug on this side, so I don't really have to hold on to it. So lately I've been liking to put a satin band on first, and then I put like the thicker, stretchier types. And again, I do not want no glue residue on my face. I want to make sure the lace covers all the glue. So before this lace settles into an area where it's not supposed to be at, before I start blow drying, I pull that lace forward. If I can see hairline, then I know that I got lace on top of all the glue and I ain't got to worry about it. So I blow dried that for about 10 minutes, and then I started cutting off the excess lace. You know that the widow's peak is in the shape of a triangle, so when you're cutting, you're gonna cut a triangle because the lace surrounding the widow's peak does not have no glue on it because it's so much more forward than the rest of the hairline. So it's okay if you do this technique. I'm a dancing as a girl, y'all, okay? I love to dance. I don't care how stupid I look, I love to dance. So it's okay if you cut some hair. Like, all this hair is about to get cut off because the widow's peak does come more forward than the hair that's on the left and on the right side of it, right? So of course you're gonna cut off some hair, which is why I pull the lace so much more forward to make sure that I'm aligning this how it's supposed to be. If you want a more detailed version about my glue and wig placement, then watch this video up here. I go in way more detail. So right now I'm just cutting around my ear. I basically cut out the shape of my ear so that the wig could comfortably lay right on top of my ear. And this hair is going to get cut out too because there's no glue underneath that part, and I don't care to keep it because the way I drew out my glue, this is where I want my hairline to be. This is where I want the hairline to start. So yeah, it's okay to cut off excess hair, and it depends on how long you want your sideburns, but I end up cutting off some of those sideburns too because I don't want them to be that long. But I show you guys on this side exactly how I cut my sideburns. So for now, I'm just following the shape of the lace. Whatever is not laying down, I pretty much cut it off and we dance some more. But okay, this is what I was talking about. When I cut out my ears, I basically go up in like a diagonal line, and then when I get to the top of my ear, I just cut out the shape of my ear, being careful not to snip a little bit of my skin. My ears turn so red when I have those bands on, I can't believe it. But okay, now look, You see how I cut that, I parted that hair out because I don't want my sideburns that long. I want my sideburns to be like reasonable. Like I don't need to be unreasonable with no long. My natural sideburns already are long and wrap around under my ears, go into the back of my neck. I don't need the sideburns on my wig to do the same thing. But some pieces of the wig that I did want to keep, like these parts of the lace, I want to keep them. I don't want to cut them off because they're part of my shape. They're like, if I cut off this lace, then my hairline is going to be compromised. The shape that I want is going to be compromised. So I just added some more glue and then I tacked that down. I still use my comb to lightly press that in because sometimes if you use your fingertips, it starts to smudge the lace and it just starts to look gunky, and I don't like when my lace does not look neat. So the comb helps me to keep it as neat as possible. Okay, no, for real, this has to stop. What possessed me to use a bald cap so much darker? I like to do it a little bit darker, but I use like 10 shades darker than my skin tone, and now you can see the bald cap through my lace because this lace is so thin. Shout out to you, Wiggins, but I'm crazy, but I'm gonna fix that. The baby hair is gonna cover that. But I drenched my hairline and got to be, you better make sure you got your satin band and your thicker band on hand, because that lace might start slipping back once you put that got to be on, and this time you can't pull no excess lace to rearrange the position, so you gotta put the bands on immediately. So when I took the bands off, I dabbed a little bit of makeup on my hairline because I just had to. But the hairline looks good, everything looks good, the lace looks good. It's just this dark cap that I use underneath. I just be doing stuff and I don't know why I be doing stuff. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but anyways. So now I parted my hair on the side and I'm hot combing this hair going down and this part of the hair going up, because you got to start training the hair and telling it which direction to go in, or else it's going to go in whatever direction it feel like going in. And no. So I'm cleaning up that part a little bit more so it could be crispy and straight, and I'm hot combing a little bit more so my roots could start getting straight. And then I go up in like a diagonal line to get the hair that I'm going to need to be part of my baby hair swoop. And I'm just trying to see, like, if I swoop the hair right here, am I still going to see that dark cap? And I'm not going to see it. So I found a way to fix the problem, but I would not be able to wear this hairstyle with no baby hair at all, or else you'll see the cap and that'll be a problem. So now I parted my hair down the middle and I'm just sectioning this little pigtail off. I'll make it neat and everything later, but for now I just want to map out how everything is supposed to be. Y'all know I got a hot comb the baby hair and the roots, and girl, I swear this is my favorite dance. This is the only dance I know how to do. But yeah, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. But girl, you make me feel like I'm doing my hair by myself. I said, come do my hair with me. So what you doing? Leave in the comments. Tell me what you doing. But I'm hot combing the hair up, hot combing the hair back. I'm creating that little slant right here, which is where my baby hair is going to be. And it looked kind of messy, so I got to clean it up a little bit after I hot comb it. You see how before I hot combed, it was just sticking up, and after I hot combed, now it's going down, and I could actually see this part, and I could actually make it clean. Like, that's how you need your hot comb. But I'm using my Got To Be spray so I could keep this hair back and I could start making the roots look very flat. If you watch my videos, then you know that I love making my roots very, very flat because it looks like it's growing out your scalp. If the roots of the wig are stuck down to your scalp, it look like it's growing out of the scalp, because where else could it be growing from? My back? It got to be coming out the scalp if it's so flat at the scalp like this, right? But anyways, I'm using my wax stick. Oh yeah, y'all, guess what? And I'm hot combing that wax in to make it flat right here. But I made an Amazon storefront, so I'm not gonna have a whole bunch of links to every single individual item that I'm using in this video anymore. Y'all can just click the link in my description box to go to my Amazon storefront, and you can find the category you're looking for. If you're watching this video, then I'm assuming then you'll want to see what I'm using on my hair, so you'll go to my hair faves, and everything that I use on my hair consistently in my videos will be in my store. And you can also see everything else I like the makeup things I like, the content creating things that I like, everything. But as y'all saw, I parted out my sideburns and I plucked a little bit out of the sideburns because I didn't want them too thickiana, and I don't want them too long either, so I'm making sure that I'm cutting them at a reasonable length in a diagonal line. And this is my updated baby hair technique. Well, I think it's updated. If I did it before, my bad, but I think it's updated. I put the yellow got to be gel at the roots only, and then I put like an even layer of mousse, and then I start swooping it. And the baby hair lasted for days and days. I had this wig on for like 4 or 5 days, and I never redid my baby hair until like day 5 because it was my birthday. Oh yeah, my birthday was a couple days ago, y'all. But I redid my baby hair on my birthday just so it could be super neat. But that is my updated baby hair technique. It lasts so much longer than just mousse alone. It's not fluffy. It is gonna be stuck down in place, but at least it'll last, and you won't have to worry about fixing your baby hair every single day, so long as you're tying your hair down at night with the satin band like I do. But yeah, I love it. I'm cutting off like a straight hair that have no business being here right now because y'all know I like everything neat, and that was just messing me up. And then I'm getting my little seahorse tail together. But isn't that easy? I know y'all gonna say no, but it is easy. You just gotta practice. So now I'm hot combing this hair going back because the last thing I want to do is be picking up on some hair as I'm trying to swoop my baby hair. And I cut that baby hair in a diagonal line. I put the got to be gel on the roots only, and then I put the mousse on all of it. If this is not curving right here, that's because you need more mousse. So I added a little bit more mousse. I'm not really concerned of my hair lifting because it's not that much mousse, and I put the got to be gel on it first, so I kind of feel like that's a barrier between the lace and the mousse. And I don't want this swoop to look like it's across the street from the rest of the hair, so I'm gonna swoop this into the rest of the hair, and I'm gonna make the rest of the hair start going in the same direction as the baby hair, so it could look like just one big cohesive swoop. You don't see no part in between where my baby hair is and where the rest of the hair is. And to mold the rest of the hairline, that like that little gap on top of the sideburns before the big baby hair swoop, I just add some mousse in this area right here, and that just makes it look clean and neater, and it looks intentional, and it looks like you went and got your hair done instead of you doing your hair by yourself, even though I do my hair by myself. So the same method that I talked about, the same baby hair parting method that I talked about in my side part video, in all my side part videos, is the same baby hair parting method that I'm using in this video. Notice how the baby hair don't just go in one vertical line. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of parted out like a triangle. If you part it out like that, that's going to help you swoop this baby hair into the rest of the hair so much easier without being able to see a distinction between where the baby hair is and where it stops and where the rest of the hairline begins. But go watch my side part video. Go watch all my side part videos. They raw. I'm not even kidding. Except for one, it was real ugly. It's still up, but the other ones, fire. So the baby hair on this side was kind of thickiana, way thicker than the baby hair on the other side, so I had to pluck and then add some more mousse and then re-swoop. And then I took this satin band and I tied it down, and I blow dried my hairline for a little bit, and I believe I was blow drying it on cool because I started getting hot. And if you start sweating while you're doing your hair, the lace glue is going to reactivate, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of white stuff underneath your lace, and that's a nightmare. But now I'm just cleaning up my parts with some concealer. Y'all know I had already parted out the middle, but you see I can't really see the hair because I need to hot comb it out the way. Hot comb this one going this way and hot comb the other one going that way, so that the part could be exposed and I could see it, and then I could really clean up the part to make sure that it's a straight line before I really like get my pigtails together. So I use my wax and I use my hot comb to help me really flatten out this section of hair. I want my ponytail to look as laid as possible, and then I also clean up my middle part with some concealer, and then I use some got to be in a small baby hair comb so that I can get every single little hair like this one who seemed like she don't want to act right in order. I'm using the got to be in a comb to really, like, you know, mold it in place, and then I get my hot comb and I hot comb the got to be in, and that's gonna help me get my ponytails so neat, so flat, so like nice. And the baby hair, and because I use got to be, the hair is not gonna be like getting messy tomorrow when I wake up. I did not do my ponytails over until my brat day because I just wanted everything to be very neat and very cute. You could go on my TikTok to go see what I did on my brat day. I talked about it on TikTok, so follow me on TikTok. I also want to get to 1,000 followers, so please, if you ain't give me nothing for my birthday, which you didn't, go ahead and get me that for my birthday because I really want that. But I did the same thing for this pigtail, and I put it in a rubber band, and pretty much I was done. I really thought I was really cute. I love girly hairstyles on me because I'm very girly, y'all know. And I really liked how this loose deep hair looked without being like, without me defining the curls. Like, it was so big, and I just feel like I look like, I don't know, I just liked it. I thought it was very cute. I'm lit. But I did end up going back and what's it called? I did end up going back and defining my curls because I just wanted to see what it looked like if I do define them. So I did my little method that I show y'all when I have curly hair with water, mousse, and a brush. And yeah, that was the end of the video. This hairstyle was so easy, right? Y'all gonna say no because y'all stay lying. But I love this hairstyle. I love this hair. I love this lace. I feel so pretty. So it's a yes for me. One thing I would say is if you order this hairstyle with the intentions of doing this hairstyle, also order a bundle so that you can add the bundles to your pigtails so they don't have to be as hungry and as skinny as mine. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for watching.